Look, good morning, you guys. It's very early for me and I don't want to beat around the bush, so let's just get right into it. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the video. Today we have more Silksong news, kind of. It means something. It does mean something. I promise you that. So let's get into it, you guys. Go ahead and like the video while you're here. And I would really appreciate it if you did. Now let's talk about it. So, I just woke up and there's news. Oh man, but this is interesting. This is very interesting, right? So if you guys don't know yet, the Hollow Knight Silksong Steam listing was updated last night, and you know they did a few things. They did a couple different things. First, they did this little number change, which I don't even know what that is or what that means. If you guys know what this little change number thing is, it can't be like a, it's definitely not, no, who knows. Anyway, next up, added library header. Now, there's a new library header. It's not very different from anything we've seen. Now, the next thing they did is they added that header into certain spots. And along with all that, they did a little bit of asset changes. You know, it's nothing that really adds anything. I think a lot of it is just basically saying that they're when they added this header, it had to also like update the store asset modification time, kind of like a, you know, report of when it was last updated. Then we get into the juicy stuff, right? So there's two main things that really got updated besides the little library header, and that is, one is the copyright, which let's just get into the copyright for a little bit right now. The copyright hasn't been updated since 2019. Now, when you create a game, you kind of automatically create the copyright just by starting it, and I don't know how it legally works, but as long as you can prove that you started on this at that certain time, then you kind of have some legal rights to the copyright. Now I think that there's ways that people can, you know, manipulate that and kind of get around that, and so some people choose to be more proactive with their copyright. Now, a copyright could have been updated every year, and maybe should have been. And I feel like we've seen different things with like trademarks being updated and stuff like that. So I know it's like similar, but you know, in doing research about the copyrights, you know, not a lot of games are like updating copyrights like right before their release or anything. So I don't know if this is necessarily an indicator that we're getting anything soon. But if we look at the next thing that got added, I think that kind of gives us a little bit more of an indicator. Now, there's this thing called Nvidia GeForce, which was added to Silksong. And what Nvidia GeForce is sort of like, I mean, it does like a lot of things, but it also coincides with cloud gaming, you know, and Steam uses it for like family sharing and different stuff like that. But also a little thing called Game Pass uses it when they do their cloud sharing. So if we go back to the unfortunate, to the leaker who said that there is a date within Game Pass, like within their system, you know, kind of like Silksong will be released by, you know, an expected date. There's an expected date within the Game Pass system. So I mean, I do personally think Team Cherry gave them another window, another time frame of when it's going to release. And fortunately, you know, this all is around the Switch 2 time, you know, and if we don't get it during the Switch 2 time, you know, we still have another Xbox showcase coming up. We still have Summer Games Fest coming up. I mean, maybe even some PlayStation events, but I don't think PlayStation really is going to give us much hope for Silksong. But if we think about this update, you know, it's kind of lining up with Game Pass, which means I'm really excited for the next Xbox showcase. But like I said, this April timing right now. Look, April 2nd's about to happen, right? And, you know, I really think that Xbox is going to have a big presence on the Nintendo Switch showcase. You know, I think that Starfield will be there. I think that the Halo Master Chief Collection will be there. Maybe even a few other things like the Gears of War. You know, who knows? Who knows? Anyway, Xbox is moving on to other platforms, and I really think the Switch 2 is going to announce a few of those bigger ones. Now, when that happens, the same day, I'm sure PlayStation will upload a video of the Halo Master Chief Collection and be like, available on PlayStation. If it's like a shadow drop and it's today, like, you know, I don't know. I mean, it won't be a shadow drop because the Switch 2 won't be out that day. But when they announce that date, that stuff is coming to Switch, I think that they're just going to, you know, PlayStation has a free opportunity to use the hype around that going to Switch to promote that it's also going to their thing. And they don't even have to do a showcase, you know? So I think that, you know, I just wanted to explain that to show you guys that, like, I do really believe the Switch 2 had something to do with this, because, and whether, you know, they actually use that showcase to do it, if they can just all match it in with the timing, there's so much hype around this, it could work, you know. But either way, I'm probably most excited for the next Xbox showcase. Anyway, hope you all have a good one, and I hope to see you guys again soon. I hope, because that means we'll have something else to talk about. So thank you. Bye.